Welcome back to Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We we meant to do this weeks ago. Weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Lots of things kept causing problems. Uh we had different cuts of the movie at one point. Um and then we had decided possibly with ill intent to do four Halloween themed movies of Owen's choosing. And so that pushed it back. And then uh, I had insomnia and was like a zombie and dead. Was basically gonna fall asleep during the movie and then be completely useless during the show. So we decided not to do anything last week, and then we finally watched it this week. So hey, now we're here. That's the most boring explanation anyone's ever given for such a mundane thing as we missed last week, and then then 4 weeks prior, we watched other things, and then we didn't watch Dear God No the week before that when we were originally scheduled to. 7 weeks later, we
Yep.
watched good. We're finally here.
Dear God, no.
I assume there's lots of boobies all over the cover.
Yes.
Wow.
But on the back, it's censored.
What?
They have stars over their nipples on the back, but on the front, there's
Is
just
there a
nipples
reversible
everywhere.
cover? Like, is there anything on the inside?
Nope, just white.
Jesus. Okay, sure. Totally makes sense.
Yeah, they get the bunch of the different women that were in the movie on the cover.
So-
It's a drawn cover, but
So, take us through the thought process. Why did you choose Dear God No?
there was a Bigfoot in it. That's it.
That's it.
It came up on a list of movies with Bigfoots in it.
Now, if I remember correctly, I think this was funded via, at least partially via Kickstarter, because I remember, maybe it's just a Blu-ray that was Kickstarted. Anyways, I remember there being a Kickstarter for Dear God No. So, it was years ago, though. And now we're here. Anyway, they kickstarted the sequel, Frankenstein Created Bikers, and then you were mentioning that they had some merchandise for sale for it, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, they got some 7-inch vinyl records if you're into vinyl.
If I were into vinyl, I'm not.
Only cool people are.
Yeah, I've never been called cool, not once my entire life. Anyway, do you remember much about this movie, Owen?
I remember enough.
All right, why don't you attempt to take us through it?
So, what originally happened when we were watching it was the first scene that you didn't have on your cut, but then you got it on the other cut, which was completely useless, anyways, where it's just them kicking and running over dead nuns, naked nuns. I guess to set up how evil and bad they are.
So, to just tell us outright that these are bad hombres.
Yeah. And then they randomly murder a woman off scene. I don't know if you noticed that. The woman with the kid, it just like cuts and then just blood falls on the ground.
No, I didn't notice that.
It's like, okay. Again, for no reason, just killed another person. They end up at this bar where this guy has a bunch of topless women that wear a Nixon mask and monster mask for some reason.
I don't know. It's the most bizarre thing, and like what fuck doesn't make any sense.
And there's like a fucking 10-minute long scene of just zooming in and out on this girl dancing.
Oh, it's totally the 5 minutes. It's literally like 2 or 3 minutes of this, and they cut. That's probably cut out of the cut out of the rated cut.
It was boring and useless, but three of the bikers go in and meet up with this guy who I assume he runs all the different bike chapters in the area.
That's what I assume. Like, he's the central hub of biker drug activity. I like to point out that during the nudie dance sequences, I was just distracted by Owen's cat. Because that's how bored I was. It was just like, okay, she's gyrating. Congrats. She's a very lovely woman, but was no point to the fucking scene. It served no purpose other than to titillate. And I get it, that's exploitation, but it went on for a little bit longer than it should have.
Yeah. The old man's yelling at him for being rapist murderers.
Don't rape and kill so much, tells him.
Yeah.
Stop raping so much.
Apparently, they only gave him like the swamp territory because nobody wanted it.
Terrible.
All the other bikers want him dead. And we find out, which is completely thrown away anyways, but the old man that's yelling at him is the son of two of the bikers who stabbed their dad to death.
Yes, that's right.
As well, during this, two of the bikers are drinking like shit off the bar and a woman's tampon.
Oh yeah, they take the bar mat and like squeeze it out because it's soaked with all sorts of alcohols and shit. And the guy shoots it, and sputters it all over the camera. Like, oh.
Yep. And the other one gets a tampon in his, and then she's mad at him because he drank it. It's very confusing.
My brain got a little out of control there.
But yeah, they before the old man fully dies, he hits a panic button behind some boxes.
And what does that do?
A topless girl walks in with a gun and gets her neck slit.
With a gorilla mask, I think. It's a different mask, so it's totally scary. She has an AK, and the most plastic-looking Tommy gun I've ever seen in my entire life. It's super fucking fake.
And then the bikers just start murdering everybody in the bar. More masked topless women come out. They shoot Spider. He's the only one whose name I'm going to remember. But they shoot him.
I don't even remember which one Spider was.
He was the really annoying shithead.
Do you remember?
He kept getting shot and stabbed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah. See, there you go.
Because I think he's the only one they said his name. But yeah, he gets shot. They leave. One girl's unloading a Tommy gun at him while they hide. And then she just stands there when it runs out of bullets. So one of the guys just stands up and shoots her in the head. I don't know what her plan was, but...
There's a scene later in the film where two ladies in masks show up, or it's later in the sequence, show up and just mechanically step onto their places on their spot on the floor, and then aim and pull the trigger as slowly as possible.
And miss every shot.
Yeah, just... Oh my god. There are parts of this movie violently swings between hilariously bad and too much bad, like purposely bad. It's weird.
I also want to point out is two of the topless girls come out, drag the dead one in, and then they just leave. They don't even like kill all of them. They just leave. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Apparently, don't care enough.
Yeah, but then later they're like, no witnesses.
I know, right? Like,
But yeah, so they drive off. They end up at like a gas station. One of the guys goes to take a shit to leader.
Yeah.
The other one's chat with the kooky Carl or whatever they call them.
Snake.
Just talking about the government and we're not free and all that good stuff.
Snake goes out to get first aid stuff to fix his gunshot wound he sustained during this gunfight. You know, he's an annoying character, but he's also the most unlucky person in the universe in that. I mean, Jesus Christ.
So then it jumps to there's a doctor and his daughter, and they seemingly have something locked in the basement.
I think
we do not
part
know
of that was
yet.
I think that first part with them was actually earlier.
I'm just going to put it here because the cops roll in and talk to him about weird stuff happening. And then those same cops end up at the gas station with the bikers.
But when he says roll in, he means they pretend like they just pulled up in a car that's been stationary this whole time. And then when they want to drive, they're shot from really low angles so you can't see that they're not moving. Except the fact that in that one scene... The establishing shot is them clearly driving, and then the interior shot is them talking, and you can clearly see a fucking tree in the bottom left of the fucking back window.
Yeah, it doesn't move.
It doesn't move. It's just sitting there.
And like both times we saw someone driving, the woman and them, they're going like And with
And
the
I
steering
expect
wheel.
that movie driving, but it's clearly the car is not moving.
Yeah. But they drive to the gas station, and they are blown away by the bikers. Big old shotgun wound right through his. That was a pretty cool scene.
That was
He gets
cool.
blown a hole in him. You could see the biker.
And it was shot super close up, so all you saw was through a hole. So it was clearly some prosthetic thing they had built that was only like 6 inches by 6 inches or whatever, the hole in it, and someone just held it still while they shot through the hole. But it was immediately like because it was the same color as the guy's shirt, and the shotgun happened beforehand. We connected the dots. It's actually really great filmmaking. It's like one of those little things. Like I was saying, is why aren't more bad movies just well shot? They could still be awful directing, awful writing, but there's no fucking reason why you can't have at least a decently shot film. This was a decently shot film. Love it or hate it. There were some really inventive shots, like through the bullet hole, which this movie certainly didn't have the budget aspirations to ever attempt that in any kind of earnest way, but did it anyway. This is fun. This is a positive. Anyway.
We should backtrack a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
When they first show up at the gas station, they say some rude things to a pregnant woman and her husband.
Mm.
And then then the cops show up and they shoot him. Then Spider, the wounded guy, shoots the gas station attendant because he doesn't like him, which pisses everyone else off because everyone else liked him.
Yeah, Spider's an asshole.
And then this is where they're like, no witnesses, even though they left the Nixon wearing mask topless woman alive.
In the previous fucking scene. There's probably a breaker point with the guy between it, but yeah.
And they decide to track down the pregnant woman and that guy by talking to a kid that doesn't talk and ask if there's any rich people around.
And he points.
He points, and then they shoot him in the back when he runs away, because why not?
God. Hilarious. Woo, we shot a kid. We're so edgy.
And
it's alright. I was like, oh, I actually laughed because it was just like, I can't believe they just. It's such a like low blow. It's like cheap heat. It's like being a heel in WWE, right? And then you're in like Cleveland and you just like mention a Boston sports team being better or that Cleveland sucks or something, and then everyone boos because you're insulting them. Like, it's cheap heat, This was cheap heat.
Yeah, so now we're at I guess we can jump to the scene where the doctor, the pregnant woman and the husband show up, meet the doctor. They go inside to eat. He's talking about his stuff he's finding, and there's a Bigfoot track. For some reason, which never comes into play again, the man steals a blood sample from the doctor, slides it in his pocket.
It was just so it could fall out in the end sequence.
But that wasn't even him.
No, it got stolen. It got transferred to the biker, and the biker got killed at the end, and that's when it got transferred into the water supply. So now we can have our sequel, which I hope is a giant snake, since immediately after we saw that fall in the water, there was a snake. And I'm like, yes, please.
We're jumping too far ahead.
Sorry, I was just bringing that up. Anyway.
But the
really
husband of the pregnant woman steals the blood.
Yeah. For whatever reason.
Now they're having dinner. The bikers roll in because apparently the kid pointing in a random direction, they knew exactly where to go.
It's over there. You can't see me in the hangout, but I'm pointing now. They can't see me on the area. It's over there.
And if it wasn't crazy enough, shit just gets really crazy at this point. They bust in there. They stab the doctor in the leg. They start raping people.
Raping the shit out of every woman in the building. It's really like, what the fuck? It's pretty gratuitous, so if you're sensitive about this stuff, it's not going to be a film for you.
The pregnant woman.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Pregnant woman's husband goes in the basement and unreleases what's hidden in there, which is not a Bigfoot. It's the guy's wife, who's apparently just wants to fuck everything.
I would categorize this film as having an uncomfortable amount of rape in it. That's about it, yeah.
But yeah, so the doctor and the daughter have been locked the mom away because she's a mutation.
Of some sort.
She looks normal and just wants to fuck everybody. I
For
guess
some
that's
reason.
the mutation. So she comes up and a biker bangs her. Spider rapes the pregnant woman. And then him and another biker take her into the kitchen and stab her stomach and rip the baby out for some reason.
Because they're evil.
I guess.
They have no motivation to do anything that bad they've done through an entire movie. So why would they need any motivation to do this horrific atrocity?
There's an overly long, drawn-out strip tease with the doctor's daughter, who seemingly wants to have sex with the biker, but doesn't. It made no sense.
I don't know. It's really confused, awkward, and will probably offend somebody. Which may be what it's intended for.
And then when the biker's done having sex with the mom, stands up, and Bigfoot finally shows up, jumps through the window, rips him out, throws half his body back in, and then drags it out again by his guts as he's still alive somehow.
It's almost like he was trying to taunt them to come out.
Yeah.
There was not enough Bigfoot in this movie. I'm just going to say that right now. There was not enough Bigfoot. They mentioned footprints at some point. That's what the scene that took place earlier in the film was. They were talking about footprints, and we were talking about how, hey, look, the footprint mold's all rubber and shit, and not actually made of ceramic or porcelain or whatever it was supposed to be. Plastic.
Also, before all the crazy shit happened, the daughter put some of the mutated blood in the wine that all the bikers drank.
Reasons?
And, yeah.
Probably because she knew he was going to fuck him up in some way.
If this has not been all confusing enough, the biker says that's not a set. He's like, that's... the girl says it's a mutation, and then he's like, isn't it a Sasquatch? And she said, no. But then later she said it was a beast. So did the guy make the Sasquatch, or is it just happens to be a Squatch?
It's a very Ega-esque Sasquatch, I would say. Yeah. That's how I would describe it. It's Ega-esque. In all the right ways. It's all the best parts of Ega.
Yeah. So old Sideburns is not happy that I believe it was his brother that was killed.
To point out that this movie is way better than Ega. I'm just going to put that on the table right now.
Yeah, so I'll just call him Sideburns, the one you liked. He was pissed off his brother was ripped in half, grabs the main guy's gun and runs out in the woods, starts tripping balls. There's balloons, there's the doctor and his daughter are now Nazis, and the mother is a Frankenhooker
who wants to get fucked, apparently.
Who has a Bigfoot arm but kills the daughter.
Bigfoot arms. She has a pair of Bigfoot arms. I said they were bear arms. That was a joke about her right to bear arms.
No.
I'm standing by that.
They were Bigfoot arms, clearly.
Your Bigfoot arms.
Anyway. And then he starts crawling around on the floor, even though he's in the woods. He sees a balloon, ends up being his friend's head or his brother's head. And then Bigfoot just rips him into pieces.
Yeah, why not?
Apparently he's just, whatever the tainted blood's doing is making him trip balls.
Fuck your couch. That's the answer.
One of the other bikers decides he's like, fuck it, I'm going to leave. He goes outside and Sasquatch fucking punches his head off while he's pissing.
Which I'm pretty sure is a reference to Night of the Demon.
I doubt it.
The guy punches the head off in that, though.
Yeah, but he rips the guy's dick off when he's pissing.
Yeah, it's a different reference.
I don't think any heads were punched off in Night of the Demon.
You shush.
Now the main biker decides that none of this is real. He's just tripping on mushrooms, which he only ate mushrooms in the beginning of the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
They must just now be kicking in. He
I don't think that's how
decides,
they work.
fuck it, he's gonna burn the house down and leave. After he blows away the husbands, shoots him a bunch in the face,
Oh,
dumps gas around, doesn't realize that girl's still alive. Who, at this point, the mom jumps on her and wants her to eat her out or some shit.
I don't know. It's so fucked up. It's just so much random shit thrown at your face just to offend you in some way. Some vain attempt to offend you. But some of it works and some of it doesn't.
Yeah, we should also mention the main biker goes in the basement, and the doctor is down there pulling out his German pistol and his little Nazi band because apparently he is a Nazi.
These are all
He's
Nazi
gonna
experiments, I think, was the
yeah,
intended thought.
he dumps some vial of something on his wound on his leg, and his leg just comes off because I guess just need more gore. And instead of shooting himself, the biker shoots him.
Like, he
Or
unloads all 6 bullets in his fucking revolver into him in like a second. Like, ga 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 ga.
yeah,
Done. You're like, what the? He was just about to do that for you.
somewhere in there,
Could
Spider
you
was
smile
stabbed.
and like thumbs up while he does it or something? Like,
Yeah.
Christ.
Spider was stabbed in the back. He pulls it out. He goes out in the woods, shoots himself in the face.
He's like
Doesn't kill him.
So he's delirious because he's losing blood. He even
Yeah.
says, "I feel what was it? I feel weird or something like that."
Well, I think that was also the shit kicking in as
Right.
well.
So he's tripping balls and staring at the gun and just goes, "Oh, I'm gonna eat the fucking barrel." Boom, done. Blows him
Still
up.
alive.
I mean, yeah, well, that happens all the time when people shoot themselves in the head. By the way, it doesn't always kill you right away.
And then Bigfoot jumps on him and rips his heart out.
Yeah, it's still beating in his hand.
I kind of was hoping he'd still be alive after the Bigfoot attack. Like, why can't I die?
Why? Why is this always happening to me?
So now it's down to a Bigfoot, the main biker, and the daughter. He sets the place on fire. Not Bigfoot, the biker does. He then follows her on a bike for a little bit because she runs down the road, swims into the water, hits him in the rock with a rock like 3 times. And randomly, like you were saying, randomly there's a shot of a giant snake, which never comes into play. There's just a shot of this fucking giant snake, which was probably someone's.
I really hope this sequel has a snake mutant of some sort. That's all I'm saying.
And biker was talking some shit, and then boom, Sasquatch punches him right through the guts, rips him out. He's dead.
Done.
And then
Done, son.
she badly acts a scene out where she's like, "I'm trying to protect you," and I'm like, "This bitch annoys me." So luckily, Bigfoot just fucking punches her head off.
Yep. That sequence. That's the one. That's a reference to Night of the Demon, right there.
No.
Totally.
And then randomly, there's a scene at the end with no sound where Bigfoot turns to us and makes a growly face holding her head, which I thought was like, what the fuck? I just started laughing because it was so ridiculous.
The Bigfoot was retarded, and in a great way. So what did you like about the flick?
The Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot at the end. And do you like a favorite moment?
Some of the dialogue, while it wasn't well said, some of it was pretty funny because it's just ridiculous. They're talking about turd cutters and dumb shit like that. Immature humor, but it makes me laugh.
I really like the gas station attendant. Poor bastard got fucking shot 1 billion times also.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I liked how everyone was pissed off about that. Like, Spider, come on. We like that guy.
I think my favorite part is when the corpse gets thrown through the window and reeled outside for no fucking reason. It's so ridiculous.
And he's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, And and for some reason, one of the bikers was gonna puke. I don't know if you saw that. He was gonna puke at that. I was like, "You've done worse shit to the fucking nuns in the beginning.
Right?
You're gonna
Yeah.
puke at that."
I just shook my head at that. I was like, really? Okay.
It's different when it's your brother.
Yeah, whatever. So, what final results. Do you recommend this film? And your rating?
I would only recommend it to sick people.
Okay. And your rating?
I don't know. Maybe a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. See, I'm also gonna give it 3 out of 5. I'm gonna say this film is for people who like biker films or like these like low budget films because this is actually a decently shot, decently made low budget flick considering. However, it's tonally strange because it's either hilarious or just awkwardly offensive, and it's imperfect in both roles. Yeah, three
Yeah.
out of five is I think a good way to put it.
It's like as soon as you saw the pregnant woman, you're like, "Oh, they're gonna rape her and cut the baby out." Like you called it a mile. You could call
Yeah,
it a mile
I
away.
said
Like,
that,
oh,
dude.
of
I
course they're
fucking
gonna
called
do
it.
that.
Yeah, I literally called it. It's just yeah.
And at that point, you're just like, "Move on."
Yeah, well, the
Whatever.
problem is that's fine. That's a good way to get like, oh yeah, I can show evil, but don't take 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
When at the brisk pace you can move this film around at like you can do this scene in like 5 minutes instead.
Yeah. They could have just did it at the gas station.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
They weren't even those like two characters weren't even like integral to the house invasion scene.
Nope, they were just there to
Other
die.
other than that, they led the bikers to the house.
Yeah, I suppose.
They could have ended up there anyways.
So is the daughter run? No, yeah, that's right. She's dead. Right, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead except for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's badass.
Although we do know that the biker's back because there's a sequel and he's alive in it. So
Maybe it's a
whatever
prequel.
whatever. No, it's right afterwards, I believe.
Oh, so Frankenstein reanimates him. Is what you're saying?
I guess whatever that blood was brings him back.
So I guess Frankenstein didn't die when he got shot 6 times by a biker.
I don't think he brings him back. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
it's called
pretty sure
Frankenstein created bikers. You know.
I know, but they all drank that blood, that mutated blood, and there was a scene where the cops were like people are dying and coming back and dying again, which we never saw any of it.
Oh, that
So
is a good
whatever
point.
shit he was doing. So I'm pretty sure I saw a screenshot from the sequel where he's in the woods holding like the daughter's decapitated head. So he must just wake up in the woods.
Okay, all right.
Even though Bigfoot walked off with the head. Could be someone else's head.
Are
I
you
don't know.
are you excited to find out what next week's movie is going to be?
Oh, yeah, you haven't told me.
We're gonna watch Phobe, the Xenophobic Experiments, which you can't see unless you're watching the stream. I'll show you in a minute. In a few minutes, we're off air. This is a Canadian-made film for $250. It is shot in video. It was released released at on a local station. Yeah, so we're gonna watch this gem of shot on video-ness. It's got a
You
female
say
director.
$250.
Yes. You ready? Here, I'll read the back. In 1994, aspiring Niagara, Ontario filmmaker Erica Benedicti was working part-time at a community cable channel. Over the course of a year, and aided by a dedicated team of friends, volunteers, and fellow film rebels, she wrote, produced, and directed and edited a wildly ambitious, feature-length sci-fi action thriller for only $250. But when she convinced her employers to broadcast the finished film, Phobe became a local sensation and was invited to screen at festivals and remains one of Canada's most infamous cult hits. Introvision is proud to present Benedicti's ultra-low-budget epic, complete with impressive visual effects, Roman candle pyrotechnics, alien predators, lightsaber battles, and space cops with mullets. Now fully remastered with all new special features. Yep, we're gonna watch this. Yeah. This is a film that I've been wanting to see for many moons. It's 80 minutes long, so it's not too long, you know. Tell me you're not excited now.
Sure, I've never heard of it.
I hadn't either till earlier this year, but still. But then I did research on it. I'm like, oh, now I'm excited, you know. Alright, so that's what we're going to watch next week. So, there you go. Phobe, the xenophobic experiments. Any last words, Owen, before we go tonight?
If you're trying to watch everything with a Bigfoot, then you have to watch this movie. Otherwise at your own risk.
Because it's got a Bigfoot in it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So there.
You could check all the Bigfoot films off the list, man.
Which he's trying to do. And we're here trying to help him out slowly. And, yeah, so just maybe check the Slick out if you're not too sensitive to rape. Okay, it's gonna make you uncomfortable. That's just the way it is. That's it. That's all I'm gonna leave. That's that. Just it's gonna make you uncomfortable. Enjoy the rest of the movie. Peace, guys.